crafting all night long with Tammy. Spooky projects feel so jammy. Fake diaries, our delight. Halloween, we own the night.
Hello everyone, today's project is oh so big and oh so bad for you, and is an absolute showstopper. Let me introduce to you this amazing poisoned apple. This piece is just incredible. Imagine it in whatever color palette you would like. You will definitely catch the eye of anyone who sees it. Are you ready to craft some poison magic today? Let's do it!
With a twist, fake diaries.
I'm excited because today we're going to make this giant candy apple. This is an absolutely huge styrofoam ball. This is 40 centimeters in diameter. So this one here I did get off of Temu. It's the only place I could find them. So the first thing I'm going to do in making my candy apple is carve it so that it looks a little less like a round ball and more like an apple. So I'm going to use this knife. I can use my foam hot wire to do this as well, but I actually think this knife is going to be a lot faster. And I don't want it perfect all the way around because no apple is perfect all the way around. So I'm not worried about that.
Walking down the street, eyes on the prize, searching for the treasures in a vintage disguise. Gonna upcycle tonight, turn old into bright. Thrift store finds fake bakes from the mind. Racks of old clothes, books and old clocks, dusted all off, add some glitter and locks. Gonna upcycle tonight, turn old into bright. Thrift store finds fake bakes from the mind. On the mind. Paint and glue, just like new. Making art with love, rise above. Polaroid frames, vinyl records spin, crafting joy and a playful grin. Come to mind. Come to mind. Come to mind. Come to mind. Paint and glue, just like new. Making art with love, rise above. Polaroid frames, vinyl records spin, crafting joy and a playful grin. Come to mind. Come to mind. Come to mind. Come to mind.
In the craft room, light so bright, glitter flies and glue in sight. Fake bakes looking so pristine, till I drop them with a scream. Frosting falls right off the cake, spills and smudges I can't take. Wobbly towers start to lean, life behind the baker's screen. Oh, the fake bloopers, laugh them all away. Even when it topples, we'll laugh another day. Oh, the fake bloopers, keep the fun in play. Tried to pipe a perfect swirl, ended up a lumpy whirl. But a cream is not behaving. Here's a shout out to my cravings.
Okay, I think that's looking pretty good so far. So I have a a bottom that's basically flat at this point. I'm just gonna make it go flat here. Okay. And then I have the sides. This is where basically my hole goes. I got it slanted just a little bit to the side. And so if you look around the apple here, it dips in. And so I want to be able to do that around here. I have this foam cutter and it's an adjustable one. So when it's not hot, you can adjust the wire any way you want. So I'm going to try it out on this. So with a hot foam cutter, you let the wire do the work. You don't pull on it, you just let the wire do the work. And it'll melt and cut right through it. And again, you can carve this with your knife. I just thought it'd be easier to use this, and I have it. I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper. So this is already looking really good. We've got our basic shape of our apple already. This is a 60. I'll start with that and just very gently sand this.
So black, paint and glitter piled and stacked on TV, the fake bake show. Watch the spooky crafts glow. Witches, bats, and a cat so black. Paint and glitter piled in a stack on TV, the fake bake show. Watch the spooky crafts glow. Crafting in the night. Whispers from the walls in this haunted hall. Spooky masks and ghostly faces, cobwebs taking up the places, modeling clay, turning gray.
Okay, I'm just going to take a damp cloth here and just wipe this down and let it dry before I move on to my next part. The next thing I'm going to do is to draw a face of a skull on here. I'm going to make two big eyes. And then I'm going to make a nose. So I'm going to bring this back. And I'm just going to carve out the center.
Time of year, code orange is here. Shelves stocked full of fright, decor in orange light. Crafters hustle and race, pumpkin spice embrace. Witch hats and candy corn, spooky things adorn. Code orange, let's go, haunted dreams on show. Goblins in the aisles, making spooky smiles. Ghosts and ghouls we make, props and crafts we bake, skeletons and more, Halloween decor. Halloween's in sight, craft till morning light. Spiders on the wall, creepy fun for all. Crafters hustle and race, pumpkin spice embrace. Witch hats and candy corn, spooky things adorn. Code orange, let's go, haunted dreams on show. Goblins in the aisles, making spooky smiles.
Time to clean up and we'll move on to the next part. apart, but boy, it is just looking so cute. So what I decided to do as I stood back and looked at it was just make this top of the apple here just a little bit wider. Okay. I made a little dip down this side, a little dip down that side. That looks really good now. Now that's big enough. I just wanted to put some drips all the way down here. So I'm just gonna draw those on first and then I'm gonna cut them out. I'm gonna go up the back a little bit so that at the back we just see more of the apple.
More strings. I said I'm done with tiny things. Said no more buttons, no more beats. But then there's glitter in the breeze. Look at Tammy on the screen.
As you can see, I'm not being too technical with it. And that is just fine.
Better half. Can't stop crafting, no way. Every time I swear I stray.
If you make a mistake or you want it a little bit different, this all gets covered after, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and also don't forget while you're doing all of this, I guess I never told you, I usually wear a mask, typically while I'm doing the cutting and the sanding. I'm going to use this tool again. This one is called a router, and when it's cool, you can shape this to any shape that you want. I'm just gonna look here and see what I might shape that to, because I can do kind of a drip. See, I can shape it even like this. Now this doesn't take long to cool down, so you can change this a couple of times too.
Crafting always finds its way. Glittering gumdrops piled high, so sweet. Whimsical colors like a Candyland tree. Friends by the fire, feeling warm inside as the snow falls softly on this magical night. Gumdrop trees standing tall and proud. Houses made of candy, so cozy and round. Fairies flying down. Room gathering hearts, creating magic in our hands. Paper flowers rise with spark in a world that understands. Glitter shine in love we share, frost and dreams beyond compare. Joy in simple shapes we make, in our world no hearts will break. Bake, so we create, lifting spirits high, it's fate. Some don't get it and that's fine. In our room we're so divine. Cutting full with steady hand, colors bright as we command. Tales of passion we unfold, in our craft room pure as gold. With each brush we draw the line, love and laughter intertwine. In this space we find our place, united we will always chase. Some won't see the beauty here, but in our hearts we're crystal clear. Passion's fire lights our way, in our craft room night and day. So we create, lifting spirits high, it's fate. Some don't get it and that's fine. In our room we're so divine. Fake bakes we create, lifting spirits high, it's fate. Some don't get it and that's fine. In our room we're so divine. Cutting forward with steady hand, colors bright as we command. Tales of passion we unfold, in my craft room pure as the line. Love and laughter intertwine. In this space we find our place. United we will always chase. Some won't see the beauty here, but in our hearts we're crystal clear. Passion's fire lights our way, in our craft room night and day. Glue and glitter on my hands, crafting shoes and rubber bands. Late nights all for this, dreaming big, can't miss. Paint and paper everywhere, final touches here and there. Heart in every piece I make, it's my chance that I take. Ready for the show, oh, oh, oh. Crafts lined up in a row, oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display, can't wait for the day. Friends and family cheer me on, crafting till the break of dawn. Every sparkle, every bead, giving folks what they need. Ready for the show, oh, oh, oh. Crafts lined up in a row, oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display, can't wait for the day. Nervous hands but a smile, been preparing for a while. Gonna shine in my own way, craft show Saturday. Ready for the show, oh, oh, oh. Crafts lined up in a row, oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display, can't wait for the day. Ready for the show, oh, oh, oh. Crafts lined up in a row, oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display, can't wait for the day. Friends and family cheer me on, crafting till the break of dawn. Every sparkle, every bead, giving folks what they need. She wakes up in the morning, glitter on her hands. Craft her way to glory, stickers, rubber bands. She talks about her projects to everyone she meets. Paper, glue, and cutouts fill her heart with beats. She's the crafting queen, everything handmade, in a world unseen, where dreams never fade. Sewing in the sunlight, knitting through the night. Every thread's a highlight, color shining bright. Paints and brushes ready, she creates her world, with a mind so steady, every piece unfurled. Scrapbooks full of memories, handwritten with care. Crafting all these remedies in dreams she shares. Paints and brush her projects to everyone she meets. Paper, glue, and cutouts fill her heart with beats. She's the crafting queen, everything handmade, in a world unseen, where dreams never fade. She's the crafting.
That's as far as I'm gonna go there. Now I'm gonna take my 60 grit.
Unseen, where dreams never fade. Sewing in the sunlight, knitting through the night. Every thread's a highlight.
Okay, I'm gonna switch over to my 100 grit, and that, my 100 grit, that's just going to allow me to smooth some of these edges.
So steady, every piece unfurled. Scrapbooks full of memories, handwritten with care. Crafting all these remedies in dreams she shares. care, crafting all these remedies in dreams she shares.
So that's looking really, really great. I just want to get off the worst right now. All right, it's time for our next tool. This is my new cordless rotary, and I've been wanting to use this for a little while, so let's see how it works here. So I put on a sanding piece with a flat bit, and that's just because I want to make some of this area around the edges a little bit more flat, but you know, let's try it. This is on second high speed.
Clearly magic dust, we're the crafters that dare. Grab your paintbrush, let your creativity shine. In our candy land, it's whimsical and divine. Sugar rush sweetness, oh, it makes you feel alive in the big, big diaries. We're taking the dive into a fantasy land where dreams may do come true. Come join us, let your imagination run loose. It's all for you. Oh, fall for you, come true. Come join us, let your imagination run loose. It's all for you. Come join us, let your Tammy's got the magic touch. Sweet from clay goes in the clutch. Glittering witches fly so high. Crafting till the morning sky. Spooky nights with glue and tape. Haunted crafts we love to make. Pumpkin patches glow in dark. Candy seaweed creativity sparks. Craft with Tammy all night long, singing our Halloween song. From clay ghosts and glittery light, crafty, spooky, pure delight. Paper bats and eerie scenes, crafting dreams on Halloween. Bones and webs, creepy surprise. Tammy's tricks light up our eyes. Cut and paste, sparkle and shine. Tammy's crafts all look divine. Midnight oil, we burn so bright. Crafting magic in the night. Craft with Tammy all night long, singing our Halloween song. From clay ghosts and glittery light, crafty, spooky, pure delight.
In a small town down the highway, where the fields are all aglow, folks gather around for fun times, watching autumn leaves blow. October brings the challenge, where neighbors go all out to show off creepy decor and fill the town with shouts. The Smiths hung rubber cobwebs, they got ghosts upon their trees. The Johnsons carved out pumpkins with scary vampire teeth. The Millers built a graveyard with zombies rising high, while Mrs. Lee's old scarecrow winks with a glowing eye. It's the Haunted Yard Showdown every October night, with witches and with goblins.
I'm gonna brush him off. Oh my gosh, he's looking so cute. And that little tool did what I wanted it to do. I think that he is looking really good so far. So I'm going to clean this up, come back to this tomorrow. Now here's today's question. Have you ever made a craft out of a pool noodle? If you did, I would love to know what you've made. Leave your answers in the comments below, and I can't wait to read your responses. So this mixture that I have is called a foam coat. It's actually meant to go over top of styrofoam so that it sticks well and gives it a nice hard coating. You can give it a sand after to make it nice and smooth. There's a boost that you can put into the mixture, and that makes it extra hard. It's a really fast working time. It's almost like a plaster of Paris in that it works very quickly. So there's only about 10 to 20 minutes working time, I think, on here. So I'm just trying to keep that in mind. And my goal is to put one thin coat on. It's better to put it on in a few layers. So I'm going to put one quick coat on, and then we'll see how many coats after that I need. But the drying time in between is pretty fast, so you could just keep putting coats on.
In a haunted house we gather round, ghostly whisper, spooky sound. Craft room filled with tricks and treats, fake baked sweet, no bitter beats. Crafting in a haunted house, witches laughing, ghouls arouse. Pumpkin pies and ghostly cake, Halloween fun for goodness sake. Cobwebs hang from spooky eaves, steal a glance at autumn leaves.
So this is going to dry, and I'm going to come back in about 20 minutes or so. And definitely, I know I'm going to put more coats on it. So I think around 3 coats will make this hard. But putting a thin coat on to begin with is going to give a nice base for the next coats to stick to, almost like a scratch base, I guess. All right, this is looking great. And after I put further coats on, we'll take a look at it. We're back. It's the next day. I'll show you what I've done so far. So if you look at the bottom here, I haven't even done the bottom at all. So this is the original styrofoam. This part here is that first base, and then I mixed a mixture that was just a bit thicker. So if you see the thickness here, and I got to move fast because you don't have a lot of working time. So I put it on here, and as it was drying over the next half an hour, I just used my finger and so lightly, sometimes I had to dampen it, and I just smoothed it all out, and look how fabulous that is. Just amazing. So this product comes from Hotwire Foam Factory. It comes in a powder form. They have this wonderful mixture that you can cover your foam with, and it sticks to it, and it makes it hard. I mean, that's crazy. It adds a little bit of weight to it, but not too much. Okay, so I better get going. I'll show you how I did this part here, because you only have about 20 minutes working. This is all I did. And you can sand this, but they say it's much better to sand it as soon as this dries versus waiting till the next day, because it takes 24 hours to fully cure, but then it can be hard to sand. So I didn't worry about sanding this because it'll certainly do for my purpose right now.
Can stop us, we got red and glue. Busy days can wait, we got things to do. Locked away together in our little space. Creativity sparks, a smile on your face. Diaries, our secret go-to. Inspired every day with crafts we pursue.
Right now, I just want to go back to the start. And I'm going to take my finger, and I'm just going to smooth it.
Into something real, tape and coloring pens, glitter on the floor, every second counts, the world that we adore. Fake diaries, our secret go-to. Inspired every day with crafts we pursue.
There you go. So you can see how the water just makes everything super smooth. And you don't have to have much. This is a lot that I'm putting on just because I want this part of the face to smooth out.
Wake up in the morning light, got $1 in my hand. I'm heading to the store so bright, this place is Wonderland. Cartwheel down the aisles, dollar signs in my eyes, glittered blue and buttons bright.
Let's take a look. I had some gouges out, some deeper holes. I just put a first filling on here and then I'll go over top of it. So I just want to kind of fill some of those gouges. Again, don't be too concerned if you have gouges or anything because you can just fill them right in with this stuff. Just keep smoothing down with my finger any of the little high points that I don't want. Feather, 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 feather into the first layer that I put on because I want them to attach together so that they are completely smooth.
We're creating pure delights. No limits to what we'll make. Imagination wide awake. A masterpiece from paper plates. Together for our crafting sake. Dollar store, find so sweet. Crafting dreams we need. Everything we need and more. Right there.
I'm going to set that to dry. And when I come back, this whole candy apple will be finished. And then we can do the next step. Everything is dry. I just glued the stick in with original Gorilla Glue. I'm just going to let that sit and then we'll fill in the next part. So while my stick is drying, I had actually decided to start painting. My plan is to have this a really nice bright green and then take a nice dark red for the apple and put that on the inside here. This is just a neon paint. So to get a nice bright green like this for Halloween, a neon works really well. And I just got this at the dollar store. For the red, I'm going to go for a much darker red. This one here, again, I just got at the dollar store. I'll probably have to put a couple of coats on everything, but it is just looking spectacular. Look at this. He's so cute. Okay, I have the first coat of red as far as I can go while the stick is drying and the first coat of green. I'll have to bend over and get underneath. There's a couple of places underneath, but all in all, it is just looking fantastic. I love it. My stick is stuck in there. It's glued in. I still have another coat of green to put on and touch-ups. But right now what I want to do is take this same mixture that I've been using and fill my hole and just close this up. So again, this company was called the Hot Wire Foam Factory, and they are out of the United States. They sell the mixture, which I used for this, which is called a foam coat. And they have another solution that you can add into it to make it just extra, extra rock hard. And listen to this. This is amazing. And you just put this mixture in, it's called Boost. You add a little bit of that. And it's really like mixing a plaster of Paris. It's not difficult at all. You add water. And if you'd like to, you can add Boost. And that's really it. It's absolutely simple. It's just that you have a very small window in terms of working time. So all I want to do is make sure this is filled. And then I'll take some time to spread it out. And that's about it. So I'm going to let that dry overnight and I can come back and paint around here and then I'll keep going. I'm going to go over and just do some dry brush shading. So I have my black, put it on a paper towel with a nice bristle brush, and I'm dabbing it just a little bit in here. So my brush is dry, it's not wet. And I'm just going to go around the edges. All right, so again, I'm just going to go into here, just going to give it a little bit of depth.
stand. Dark arts summon me again. A potion fierce and strong I make, to craft an apple truly fake. Night falls, my cauldron bubbles bright. Crafting lies in the dead of night. A glint of glass.
Honestly, I'm not being very precise with this at all. I'm just trying to go around the edges.
Oh, poison apple, take your place. A twisted grin on every face. Deception sweet to hollow core. For Halloween we'll want no more. Which is hard to mind so keen. In darkness pure intention seen. The gleam of poison such delight. Behold the apple curse the night. In phantom hands it spins around. A ghostly truth in silence found. With every bite a tale we spin. The apple spell where tales begin. Now dawn arrives, moonlight fades. The apple jest in cool charades. For Halloween the trick's complete. A perfect ruse the tale's deceit. A twisted grin on every face. Deception sweet to hollow core. For Halloween we'll want no more. In my kitchen late last night, planning mischief under moonlight. Crafting up a spooky tree, fake poison apple can't be. Witches cackle, eyes so white, magic brewing by my side.
I'll let that dry and we'll be on to the next step. Oh, he is just turning out so amazing. I love this gloss on him. Just love how glossy he is. Oh my goodness, absolutely amazing. Let's see around the back here. Oh, that shine, I love it. It just completely suits it as a candy apple. I took this glow-in-the-dark paint. It's a bright green color, and I used green because green was underneath, and I didn't want to really hide that green color with any other color of glow-in-the-dark paint, so I used green. This is such a tiny bottle, but it did all of the green here with no problem. It's thick, but don't put it on too thick. You got to put it on just the way you would paint normally, and don't let anything thick sit. So you have to charge it. It doesn't just work automatically. So I had the paint under light even before I put it on. Just put a couple of coats on, and that's all it needs. You'll find it makes your black a little bit more subdued. Once I had a couple of coats of the glow in the dark put on, and I only put it on the green. Then I put on this indoor outdoor gloss varnish. It dries super fast. It goes on just nice and thin. You know what? It couldn't have been easier. And look at the shine. I put 3 coats on just because I want to sit it outside. Now for the stick, this was my son's stick from outside. I found it, and he was using it actually to whittle. He was practicing whittling. So you can see where he's whittled down the sides and up the back. and down the side. So it was perfect for this. And you know what I mean? It just makes it so special. Part of something my son was working on, and I took it and I put it into something I'm working on. It just makes it that much more special. The stick, I didn't want shiny, but I wanted it protected. Instead of using the glossy, I used the ultra matte, and I have 3 coats of the ultra matte on here. I wanted to put a snake up it. First, I taped the snake on. So I ordered a couple of snakes in from Amazon. They came in this little pack of 4, I think, and they're rubber. I found this little guy, but look, his colors match perfectly. And I didn't even realize he was in that little patch. Look at him. Okay, he's a snake. I don't know how cute he is, but he'll work just fine. So I was just taping it on to see how I want it. I think I have him where I want him. I tried him all the way up to the top. He just looked too long. So right in around here, I want him to kind of loop a little bit and then have a gentle fall. So his tail ends up down here at the bottom. And I'm just going to glue him onto the stick. The face of the poison apple and the face of the snake the same way. So all I've done is cut a hole in some paper and put it over the top just so I could slide it down. I have 2 of them, 1 to go each way, crisscross. And it's just to protect the apple because I can be a little sloppy with glue. Here's my snake. I want these attached together so his head is going to stick out like this. First thing I'm going to do is glue this part up here. I'm going to use Gorilla Glue, the gel, just so it doesn't drip all the way down the stick. I think that looks really cute.
Snake in the apple, coiled so tight, hiding in shadows, lurking in the night. Laughter fills the air, witches fly on brooms, creepy critters scurry underneath the moon. Snake in the apple, poison in the bite.
His head sticks out at the top, his tail sticks out at the bottom. He is looking good. So I'm going to put a little bit of that glow-in-the-dark paint on his eyes. You can see I've got this tiny, tiny little paintbrush. Anytime there's a green spot, I'm just going to put a little bit of glow-in-the-dark paint on it.
Giving us a fright, ghostly figures swaying underneath.
This won't take long to dry. And then we should go test it under the light and see how it goes. Okay, so we're seeing how the glow-in-the-dark works. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. So I've just gone in a dark place in the house. Well, I think it turned out great. This is fantastic. He glows so well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and get ready for more Halloween delights coming soon.
Fake diaries on the screen, glitter witches quite the scene, glow in the dark apples too.